Well, here is the frequency index. No, it's not. P4PEW, that's who this is. Net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or party traffic? Didn't think so. You can break for emergency traffic at any time. If you need help, call 911. Otherwise, we'll talk you down. You can, for information or see our net right now, you can see it on, you can see my radio face. Not my radio face, but my radio's radio face. On YouTube by going to YouTube and in the search block put in K4PEW, my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Or you can go to our 146.415 net, .net, 146.415.net on the internet, at World Wide Web, as they say, or the world interweb, as people call it. Maybe they used to. Anyway, or you can send us, or you can go to our groups.io page, GROUPS, India and just do a search for MJSS, Mike and Juliet, Sierra Sierra, or ask me to do it for you, because I can invite anyone to the group. You don't have to be invited. You can just show up and ask to join. But anyway, just MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society, you'd be searching for. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night on this frequency, which is 146.415, if the odd chance that you'd be dumb enough to be off frequency. Purpose of the net is to have fun. And I think most of us do, or we wouldn't be here. I mean, it's not like we're getting paid, but people do work pretty hard to get better at having their stations better and their feedline better, and particularly their antennas better. It's fun to watch that. I'm sure Diamond and Comet and Hustler think it's fun too. Fun for their bank accounts. All right, these announcements. Of course, we got, there was, museum ships on the air this weekend. That's all over the HF side. You can just look up museum ships on the air. It's also, I believe it's the USS New Jersey that puts it on. They're the sponsors. Also, the other announcements. We've got the July 31st. Oh, well, let me back up a second. Last weekend in June is the ARRL Field Day, so don't miss that. You can just look it up on the web. All the information there for that. And then in July, we've got the July 31st Ham Quest, put on by the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. And then in August is August 21st at Huntsville for the big event over there. I'm pausing here. I'm sitting home alone, and I've got dogs that sounded like they were arguing out there. That's where else was I? Announcements. Does anybody have any correction or adds to those announcements? All right, announcements for tonight are we are doing the 2-meter net on the 146.415. We're also doing the 2-meter upper sideband on 144.240. And we're doing the 6-meter net on 50.135. I really want to skip the buy, sell, swap, and swindle. We don't seem to get much activity there, but if you ever have anything you want to sell, don't hesitate to mention it. Or you want to buy, don't hesitate to mention it here on the air. Also, don't hesitate to put it up on that group's site, because it goes out even to more people there than it does here. There may be more listening here. I don't really know who listens and who doesn't check in, but it goes out to about 167 people on the mailing list, which is a pretty big mailing list for a simple set of simplex people. Of course, this is net number. Not of course, but if you're keeping track, it's net number 697, and we're starting from the south. And we'll be taking mobile and short timers first if we can, if they're already, and then first time check-ins if there are any. So let's start doing there. Unless anybody has any corrections to the announcement. Was there any of those? All righty. We'll just move along then. We'll start taking not first timers, but short timers. Please come in.
November 4, Lima Charlie, downtown Nashville.
Hey, very good, Logan. You doing your mobile down there, or are you just hanging out down there?
We're just kind of hanging right now. Sitting up on the top of the parking garage, looking at the Tennessee Tower. But anyway, yeah, I just figured I'd pop
Yeah, you must be moving around a little bit because you faded in and out a couple of times there.
No, we're sitting still. Yeah, it's probably just it does okay. It just doesn't do the absolute best.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine. I can hear you fine, and I'm sure there's others in the area who can hear you fine because you're on the top of. Oh, which parking garage are you on?
I have no idea. It's like a bridge, like parking garage. I don't know, but it's I'm looking out at the Ion and the Colts building in Tennessee Tower.
Yeah, I wouldn't know which one that is. I thought you might know because I certainly don't know down there. I've been in a few parking garages, but I don't remember which ones. Well, very good, Logan. Good to have you in there. Logan's downtown Nashville on his HT on a parking garage checking in, so I'm sure some of you in the vicinity can hear you because he's got the altitude. And that's November 4, Lima Charlie. Who else is short on time or mobile?
KE4TW.
Hey, Wes. What's up with you?
I'm on HT in London. Not far from Richard, actually. Probably hear me pretty strong. So check me in.
I shall do that. That's Wes. It's on HT in Lebanon, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Maybe that's what we got to call it to you. Short time, mobile, and or HT. Those two in a row. Who else is, that was, by the way, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, Wes in Lebanon. Who else is short on time? Nothing short on time. First time check-ins in. You know, can't even lure them in. Well, then we'll start taking check-ins from the south. Please come now.
Forecast here.
Well, you were ready, weren't you?
Hey, at my age, things can happen at just any time.
Well, yeah, you could drop out of sight and we wouldn't, mid-sentence.
Yeah, nobody would miss me.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, there'd be people missing. They certainly would. Your neighborhood Nazi would miss you.
Well, we cleaned up the neighborhood today, so he, of course, was nowhere to be seen.
Hey, did you get my response on your cleanup project?
Yeah, and I'm not particularly sanguine about that idea.
I don't imagine you are. Anyway, Tony's offering a very big public service and helping clean up some parts of his neighborhood. Not his, right now we're exactly where he lives, but it's adjacent to it. So he's doing a good job, and I applaud him for that and the other people that help out. That's Tony, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec in Smyrna. You didn't have anything else for them, did you, Tony?
Did you give out the Thunderbird frequencies for anybody interested or such?
Well, I gave out the first batch, but I didn't give out this. Why don't you post those to the group? Send an email to the group.
Okay, well, I've sent you everything. They swapped ends with me today. They've been bouncing around for some reason. I've captured all of the frequencies they're using, but when they did their show today, they were on 139.8 thousand AM, which I wasn't expecting. But hey, I got them.
Cool. No, really, just send them directly there. I mean, I have to approve every message that goes in anyway, so it's not like, but you're putting the burden on me to take them and then transfer them on forward. You just send them directly there.
Well, you need to be useful in some way.
I don't know. Why start now?
I know. And tonight's net is brought to you by the Metropolitan Automobile Donkey Training Corral and Bullhorn Straightening Parlor.
Ah, very useful service for those who have curved bullhorns.
Absolutely, and hopefully your wife is listening in, and I hope she enjoys that.
Yes, I'm sure she is. Well, she might be. I don't know. She listens on her smartphone. I think she does. I didn't remind her tonight, so maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I'm not sure. Maybe she'll text me and tell me. She's working tonight, as always. All right, very good, Tony. Kilo 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec in Smyrna. Who else? Anybody else south?
5
I'm sorry, one more time. You said that too fast.
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Well, another exciting day in paradise. I'm still running 5 watts. I don't know if that was something that you want to do again tonight, run 5 watts or what. Just sitting here copying the mail. 10 meters is wide open, so I don't have much for antennas up, but just buying dipole. I got the guy S9 coming in from Minnesota, so I
downstairs, but you know what? It kind of feels good on some old bones.
Oh yeah. Well, it's getting. I don't know. I guess I'm getting old. The hot weather. I just soon it not get hot, but I can't avoid it, so I just live with it.
Well, I like the hot weather a heck of a lot better than I do 20 and 30 below zero. I lived in that for 15 years and went to South Texas, and then I had to deal with 110. And then when I went to Washington, it would go down to about zero, maybe -1, -2, so it wasn't too bad. But at least it wasn't 20, 30 below zero. Now it's temperatures down in the upper 20s here, like we had, and then 80s and 90s, which is not too bad. So AC's running downstairs. I'm just watching them, being mindful of the bills. So I got nothing running upstairs. So just me on the radio, and I got the audience of a couple of 11-year-olds are sitting here wondering why I'm talking on the radio.
I'm sure they'll figure out. 11-year-olds are pretty bright these days. Yeah, I had I worked for two Minnesota companies. One was Honeywell in downtown Minneapolis, and then another company was in Plymouth. And I'd go up there for school, and I left Florida at 74 degrees in the first week in December. I hit Minneapolis, and it was -5 when I got there. So a little shocking.
Yeah, I can definitely do without that. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Of course, Minneapolis, you got lake effect humidity, so it's pretty bad. But for the 11-year-olds that are watching and listening, back in the day when it was on the CB, it was to meet and pick up girls, and then you got internet chat rooms, and I guess you could do it on 2 meters and 2-meter repeaters. Now you just do it via phone app.
Oh yeah, and dozens of them. I wouldn't even. I lost track some couple of years ago how many there were. Well, very good. That's Larry. He's in Murfreesboro. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Good signal, by the way. You sound great tonight. Who else is Sal?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
WZR Mark Nashville.
Yeah, hold on. You must not have heard Larry in Rockville there. Mark, hold on one second. Larry, how you doing?
Doing good, but I'm tired.
Tired? Get on the bicycle today?
32 miles.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, it's rough though on those roads though. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it's getting worse every day. Go ahead with it, Paul. Thank you, man. Keep you forest loving.
Yeah. All right, very good. That was Larry. Did 32 miles on the bike on the road, his road bike today. And that wasn't sitting on a stationary bike either. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Mark in Nashville, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm not hearing much of anything with the outfit I've got tonight.
Well, when you got a mag mount sitting on top of your air conditioning unit, I guess not.
That's just basically ground level at 636 feet. So that's about it.
Well, you're doing all right. I can hear you just fine, and you can hear me just fine, and ultimately, that's all that matters at the moment.
Yeah, you're not even showing up on my scale. So. But I'm glad to hear you, Paul.
Very good. So you're going to visit your family somewhere else in the next few days, or what?
No, we're moving to Athens, Georgia. We're going to be out of the house by July 5th and taking up residence down there. It'll be closer to my daughter.
Aha, I didn't realize that you're moving to Athens. That's awesome. I've never been there, but I understand it's very nice.
It's a college town. What more can I say?
Well, then you'll have more pizza and beer that you can handle.
My daughter's married to a guy with muscular dystrophy. He's fine now, but at some point we're gonna have to be there to help out.
Oh yeah, yep, I'm with you. Been there, done that with some other issues in my life. So, yep. Well, good for you and good for your family. I'm glad that's going to work out for all of you. Like I said, I understand Athens is very nice. Well, that was Mark. And how long are we going to be sticking around here, Mark?
Another month. We got to leave here by July 5.
Okay, so you'll be here for another 8 or so nets.
We shall see. She who must be obeyed may have different ideas. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm there. That was Mark in Nashville. Unfortunately, we're going to lose him. He's moving to Georgia, the land of peaches and cotton and what else? Pecans. I forget what else they have. Big crops down there. Obviously, peaches. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is? Where was it? South.
N80 and UT.
Outrageous. I saw your group there. You're still hanging in there with just a handful on each of the nets on the digital thing there, huh, Carl?
Yeah, it's all good. It's still fun, and yeah, I could hear Mark just fine, and hate to see him go.
Yeah, you saw that. I don't know if you saw that on the information. I think it was yesterday. Evans Martin was talking about how could he check into the digital net on Saturday night? And I said, well, from 80 miles away, it's a little tough.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I thought about starting maybe a cheater's net sometime, so they could go through Brandmeister.
Well, I don't know that that'd be a terrible thing. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? I mean, they could check in that way to you, and you can still have it simplex locally.
Yeah, I could rebroadcast it out, so everybody, but yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, well, we'll see. No rush. Like I said, my first year or so where the nets was pretty slim pickings.
Yeah, it's all good. But Paul, thanks for doing the net tonight, and good hearing everybody. N80 and UT.
Yeah, that was Carl in Franklin, November 8th, November Uniform Tango. He does the 7:30 p.m. digital, the tri-band. Tri-band. No, it's not tri-band, it's tri-mode. You know, it does the DMR, D-Star, and a C4 FM all in one night at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday night. And it's all simplex. People have a hard time understanding that when they're on DMR. Everybody goes, okay, what machine can I check in with? The one you got. Anyway, who else is south? Please come in. Hey, I know you got D-Star. I didn't notice. You don't check in on DMR, do you?
Well, all I have is D-Star.
Oh, okay. But that's it. No C4 FM or DMR?
No, D-Star is pretty rough just using it on simplex for me.
When you're rough in what way do you mean?
Well, it's hard to understand. I had I must have got an open spot for a while, and it's a lot to learn.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I've seen it. I've not owned one, but I can see how it's, you have to. It's like everything else. Like DMR is similar. You have to register, but with the D-Star, it's kind of more complex, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll it's a lot of technical stuff you got to go through to use them.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what's nice about FM, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yeah, that's why it's called simplex, because it's simple. Pretty much, it's pretty simple. Anyway, that's Eddie, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray, over in Gladeville, just a little bit east of Mount Juliet. Who else is south?
KO4 DQH.
How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing pretty well, Paul. Just relaxing. Got home about 2 hours ago. I was working the air show on the bike team. I was being a bike medic, and that was pretty cool. That was my first air show I've ever worked or ever been to, and I had a blast. It was a good time watching all those airplanes and jets and so forth.
I guess that's. But air shows are always fun for me when I was a kid. I've only been to one, I think, as an adult, when I was in Florida, maybe one or two, I forget now. But they're always a thrill to see.
Yeah, it was amazing to see the. I was just blown away how cool it was. Like I said, I've never been to one when I was a little kid, and see those jets up close was really awesome.
Yeah, that's impressive. Well, when you see your tax dollars, you see $8 or $10 million in one plane sitting there. It looks pretty impressive.
It sure does. It screams America.
And it's unbelievable how much money I equate that with you always have these points of reference in your own life about what something's worth. And when I first went to work for a small hospital in Tampa, it was a 140 bed hospital. We were on about 3 or 4 acres in a prime part of the property in the city. And that hospital total build cost was $3.5 million for all the everything in the hospital, and the land, and everything. And so here, one jet costs more than that.
Yeah, well, when you put it like that in perspective, it's mind-boggling how much these jets cost, and you get 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and you're like, man, that's multiple millions of dollars just right there of tax dollar money.
Oh yeah, no question about it. When you start, it was like that senator said something. One of the senators from the '60s, '70s from Illinois, he says that when Congress talks about spending $1 billion here and $1 billion there, pretty soon you're talking about a lot of money.
That's for sure. That's more money than I'll probably see in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah, I could only dream. Well, very good, Drew. Everything else going well down there in the borough?
Absolutely. Yeah, everything's good. Just relaxing, watching a little Yankee playing the Boston game. It's tied right now, 3-3, top of the 7th. So, yeah, gonna relax and then get ready to go to work tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. That was Drew in Murfreesboro, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Quebec Hotel. Who else is south?
K4ID6.
Hey, Robin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Recovering from vacation.
Yeah, I got covering. You didn't tell me, where did you go?
Williamsburg, Virginia.
Awesome. I don't think I've ever been in Williamsburg. That's a nice historic location.
Yeah, if you like history, that's a fine place to visit. Williamsburg and the Jamestown settlement, which is an ongoing archaeological dig on it. Lots of battlefields, things of that nature.
Well, I'm wrong. I went to the Jamestown, I'll call it's a museum and presentation. Did you go in that building?
Oh, we've been there several times before. We have friends that live in that area, and that was the primary point of our visit to them. So we've done all the artsy touristy stuff before.
Yeah, no, I was impressed with the Jamestown exhibits.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We put a lot of effort into that. My wife's more into that stuff than I am. So. The last time we were in that area, we went to Myrtle Beach, and we wanted to go to the Wright Brothers Memorial at Kitty Hawk, and we wanted to go to the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, neither of which we could access because it was during the governmental shutdown during the Obama administration. So we put checks in both of those boxes this time. I enjoyed the visit to the Wright Brothers Memorial and the trip down to Cape Hatteras. You know, they moved that lighthouse.
Oh, is that right? Why did they move it?
Due to shore erosion, and it's a historical lighthouse. It's been there since like the 1850s. They didn't want to lose it to the ocean, so they jacked it up, built a railroad bed of sorts, and moved it, I don't know, a couple thousand feet or so.
Oh, that's amazing that they would do that. I mean, obviously they can do those things, but it must not have been sitting on stable rock then.
Oh yeah, it had a nice big stone and mortar foundation underneath it. They just dug around it and slid steel I-beams and cribbings underneath it, jacked it up, put it on like a 5-rail railway, and moved it to the new foundation. They built in advance. Took them, I think, less than 4 weeks. It was like 23 days or something to move it.
It's amazing how much money we'll spend on historical stuff, huh?
Yeah.
And it has no real utility value other than we're preserving history.
That's right.
Well, nothing wrong with that, I guess. I mean, it's all part of the. I don't know. We spend a lot of money on all kinds of parks that only a few people actually enjoy.
Yeah, we went to Big Bend National Park in January, which is in South Texas. Matter of fact, the Rio Grande River runs through it. That is the least visited park in the park template.
And why is that?
Because it is so far away. the ranger stations during the summer are closed because.
Oh wow! So they're only open in the spring and fall?
Oh, yeah, minimum of, I guess, 3 seasons: fall, winter, spring.
Well, very good. Yeah, you'll have to fill in me later all those big details you guys did. All right, well, very good. That was Robin. He's here in Hermitage, south of Mount Juliet. on the east side of Percy Priest Lake. That's Kilo 4, India Delta Charlie Robin. Who else is Sal?
November 4, Charlie, Juliet, Papa.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
Doing great, Paul. Been out on the lake today and just been taking it easy a little bit. How about yourself?
Not really taking it easy too. Yeah, I was taking it easy. I was. I mowed the lawn yesterday, I guess it was, so I had a nice free day today.
Oh, nice. I think we're on the same schedule. I mowed as well yesterday and took the day off and had some friends and neighbors actually invited me out on the boat, so we went out and had a good day.
Which lake? Where did you go out on the boat?
Percy Priest over at Elm. We put in at Elm Hill Marina.
Oh yeah. I've never been on a boat on that. Well, I've been on enough boats in my life, but never been on a boat anywhere in Tennessee for that matter.
Well, I've got one. I just think here it floats, and that's all that really matters. So when I get it here, I'll give you a shout. We'll have a ham meeting out on the lake. Yeah,
it sounds like a winner. I think I may have told it. I've told it out here before, but my wife did this. When we first met, she goes, "So you must have a boat." I said, "Why would you think that?" She said, "Well, because you were in the Navy." I said, "No, that's the reason I don't own a boat."
Exactly. Well, maybe you can teach me to swim. That's something I can't do very well, but that's what the life jacket's for, I guess.
Well, yeah. I just hope everyone does understand that when you're on the water, you really should have one on, regardless, even if you can swim. Bad things can happen in the water.
Absolutely. Close friend of mine's a fish and wildlife agent, and told me some stories. You know, they're just cruising down the lake, and all of a sudden they hit a rock or something. Anything can happen. Accidents happen. And but yeah, we did. We all wore them today.
I'm hearing some interference coming on right on top of that frequency, right where we are, and I don't know where that is. Whether it's a repeater or that's don't know. Is somebody out there hearing that?
I heard something a minute ago.
Yeah, it's out there. I don't know where it's coming from. I couldn't understand what they were saying. All right, well, very good. That was Jason. He's in Murfreesboro. November 4, Charlie, Juliet, Papa. Who else is Sal? Hey, Scott, ain't heard from you in a while. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Quick question. How far around the compass are you right now?
Well, we're still on the south.
Oh, so you got the other three sides to go?
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, I'll be back for the buy-sell swap and swindle net tonight.
All right, moving. I'll include that. I'm glad you said that. Because I said you always want be sure to post that as well, because it gets out to more people on the posting through the group on 160 something people.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send you the email, and if you post it on the group chat, because I can't see the email.
All right, I can do that. Yeah, just send it to me.
All right, sounds good. I'll be back.
Very good. That's Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Excuse me. He's in Laverne. Who else is south? Over to the east, then.
Yeah, 4 Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
Yeah, how you doing there, James? I got a frog in my throat here.
Froggy in throat weather, I guess.
Oh, I don't know what's prompted. I'm having some lemonade here. Maybe that caused it. So you doing all right?
Yeah, for an old guy.
I don't think you're too much older than me, if at all.
About two or 3 years. I don't remember how much.
If you were still in high school and you were 3 years older, you wouldn't talk to me. But see, now it doesn't matter.
Right, you're more advanced than I am.
No, it's so funny when you're in school, when you're in high school, you tend not to associate with those that are grades below you, and the ones above you don't want to talk to you.
Well, I'm 73. I'll be 74 in September.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're about you're about a year and a half older than me, I guess, because I'll be 72 this month. But it's all good as long as I'm still able to get around. I'm happy.
I take connecting last time with my HT, and I could hear a lot of people around me, but nobody could hear me.
Oh no, I'm sure everybody can. Well, more people can hear you if you're on your regular radio this time.
Oh yeah, it's a 50 watt. The HT is only a 5 watt.
Oh yeah, how well I know. Well, very good. That was James here in the heart of Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel, India. Who else is east?
KI4SIB, KI4 Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. John and Hermitage. Field day out at Cedar Forest.
All right, hold on, John. I had Richard. What are you doing now? You got there was a double in there, so hit me again with what you said out at the forest.
Field day is going to be the end of this month, the 26th and 27th at Cedar Forest State Park.
Yeah, you're talking about Cedars of Lebanon, right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's the one that I think Bill told us about that. Make sure. Well, we got to put that out to the. We'll put that out to the group. If some remind them to send that out, the club to send that out to me or to the group.
I will.
Make sure that everybody knows that. Yeah, the field day for ARRL Field Day is they're holding the Wilson Club is holding the event at the Cedars of Lebanon Park, and it's going to be hard to miss. But we'll send out a reminder about that because that's the 26th and 27th of June. Well, very good, Richard. Glad to have you in there. You and Stephanie. That's Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo Stephanie. Was there anything else for the net there, Richard?
Yeah, one more thing. Last night about 10:30, and this afternoon about 3 or 4 o'clock, somewhere in that range, I spoke with the folks that are down on the USS Alabama and the USS Drum on 40 meter.
Ah, very good. Yeah, that's the good old USA. Yeah, I never went on the Alabama. That doesn't intrigue me. I've been on a couple other battleships, but I was down there and never even never even went to their exhibit. Have you been on that exhibit in Mobile?
Been on both of them.
Ah, okay, very good. Yeah, it's fun. Those old ships are fun. They really are.
Well, that doggone battleship is huge.
Well, that's like it makes the ship I lived on look like a PT boat.
Well, you own it. What, a carrier or something, a destroyer or whatever. I forget now what you went on, but anyway. So a fellow that's used to a doggone houseboat on Holy Lake, that thing was huge.
Yeah, the houseboat would fit inside 1/4 of the mess.
I know.
Yeah, those are big things. They really are. They look like a luxury liner to me because ours was very cramped and confined. An old World War II destroyer, but it's a world of difference on a battleship. And quite honestly, I'm glad I did serve on a small ship because it's a smaller ship, smaller crew, and everybody gets to know each other.
There you go.
Anyway, that was Richard and Stephanie in just west of downtown Lebanon. Good to have them both in there. John, it's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha, isn't it?
That's correct, sir. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. Somebody needs to come over and shoot my rowing machine, though. It gives me hell every time I get on it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I went to the gym yesterday. I'm starting to go every other day and trying to get rid of my COVID belly, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's like anything else, though. It just takes work.
Yeah, a lot of work and sweat, and I'm a lazy guy.
Well, I don't know how I do it really. I do I get in the grind. I've been doing it for a while, and you actually have to convince yourself that you have to do it, and you force yourself to it. It's almost like you have to hold a gun to your own head to do it.
Well, it certainly feels good after you get it all done, and you actually felt like you did something, and then I see your belly getting a little bit smaller. That's always nice.
Oh no question about it. You get the benefits of, it's good for your heart and it's good for you get the circulation running in your system, and it's just good to sweat and get things rolling. It really makes a difference as you're older.
Absolutely, and I was just thinking whiskey's going to be happening a little bit later, so I think I'm going to ruin my diet plan and drink some whiskey now.
You're going to do what now?
Ruin my diet plan. Every now and then you got to have a little bit of whiskey just to kind of break up the day.
Well, as long as you don't overindulge, I'll say that.
Well, yeah,
absolutely. Got to keep it safe.
Yeah, very good. That's John, and John is in Hermitage. That's where he is. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. And by the way, your signal sounds super fantastic, but we're pretty close. How are you copying people now with your setup?
I was actually hearing a bunch of people from the south, and I heard some people from the east. I didn't hear Logan at all, but I didn't expect to. I don't think I hear HTs at all.
No, I had the benefit of being a nice higher, not the highest, but a high location with a real decent antenna. But my location is such that since I'm in the middle of this circle, it's easier for me to hear people who are checking in, and all because of the height and type of antenna I have, and not everybody has that advantage.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I bought the mid-sized diamond antenna. I wonder if I upsized, I could get a different one. But I might be moving here the next month, and like to find a house on a hill.
Oh yeah. That's there's a guy in my neighborhood. I didn't know who he was. I know of him, and I didn't know him. I had no idea who it was, and he moved in around the corner. Like I said, he's a neighbor, but I don't see. Again, I have to walk down the street to see his house. But I noticed he put up a tower and he put up an antenna. Turns out it's a CB antenna, but I thought, isn't that funny? He just moved in and puts up a tower. I've never seen. In this day and age, I don't know. I've never. That's the first guy I've seen to put up a tower and a nice one of those big CB antennas, Moonraker or whatever it's called. And then I found out through another ham who's also big in CB. He says, "Oh yeah, he knows the guy." And I said, "Well, that's cool." And he says, "He goes, yeah, he moved into that house. It's as high as mine. That's the beauty. His house is the same elevation as mine." And he goes, "He bought that house because of the height, and he won the lottery."
I didn't even know that they were still doing CB radio. I thought they shut down those bands.
No, they're still wide open. It's like the Wild Wild West, but they're still open.
Yeah, well, I remember as a kid, Smokey and the Bandit, and I was desperate for a CB radio. Mom wouldn't buy me one, but it was a lot of fun. It was quite a fad.
Oh yeah, no, it was a big fad in the '70s, early '80s. Sure, it was, but it's it's degraded. Let's put it that way.
I'm not shocked by that at all.
No, it's it. Let's put it this way: it's some of the worst stuff I've ever heard on the radio. I've heard on CB, so I don't even bother monitoring it anymore. I would in an emergency, that would be for people who still have CB. But anyway, good to have you in there, John. You sound good. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Who else is east? Up to the north.
KB9RKK.
I heard Frank. There's somebody else in there, so hang on one second. Everything going well for you, Frank? I mean, is everybody lined up for the Cedars Lebanon thing in June?
Yeah, for the most part. Yep. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. If it's good, we'll reserve it for the next year.
Well, it's never really bad, field day, being out there just having fun.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I know I wasn't there for the horse barn thing, but I heard some horror stories about that.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't remember hearing those stories, but was it just a bad experience?
Yeah, and then I heard about, I think the one you were involved in, that there was just pure noise.
Yeah. Well, you can't. You got to take what you get in any radio day,
Sure. Like in an emergency, you got to set up where you got to set up, when they give you. But no, I mean, for this, you kind of, there's, for what it's supposed to be a lot of different things. But one of them, let's not kid ourselves. It's supposed to be advertisement, for ham radio on the ARRL. So that, they prefer you get a real, very public thing, where you can see it from the road, but it's kind of hard to do nowadays.
Yeah, unless you set up in the mall parking lot or something.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so, we're going to try out there because there's natural towers called trees, but we found a spot that, it's pretty good. It's right there where the Cedars 11 and Hamfest is at. It's the same row all the way down past the little gate there. Is where we're at. So basically the last shelter.
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. Yeah, you sound good, Frank. That was Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo Frank in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
W9BOQ.
Got your mobile rig all thrown in the garbage, do you, Dennis?
Yeah, but it's no longer going to be used.
It had a nice hum to it, though.
Yeah, hummus good.
Hummus? I eat hummus.
I like hummus too.
Yeah, they had to come up with a fancy name for ground up chickpeas.
So last night I was on 3810 talking to Vern and a bunch of guys up in Indiana, and all of a sudden, top of the hour ID and K9 EID. So I talked to Bob we all talked to Bob for about a half hour. It was great.
Oh, that's cool. And he's doing all right?
Yeah, he said he moved from Missouri to Illinois. I don't know if he meant he moved there for the summer or if he was moving permanently.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm trying to remember where the plant is, tell you the truth.
I think it's in Indiana or Illinois. Illinois, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was. Anyway, no, he seems like a pretty good guy.
He's always a salesman, but he's an amazing. He's had an amazing life. I'll tell you that.
Well, just put it this way: he hung around with a lot of rock musicians and didn't get too affected by it.
No, he provided sound for some of the very first rock bands that toured in the United States from Europe. The Who and the band, not the band. What's the name of the band? I can't think of. Anyway, pretty amazing guy.
Yeah, no, he was just in the right place at the right time and the right guy.
But he knew his stuff. He was kind of like that other engineer, Tom Dowd. He was in demand mostly because he knew what he was doing, and there were so many people who were new at it, and those guys were like experts at what they did. They were able to work because they knew what they were talking about.
Well, in the scheme of things, in big events, the cost of a good engineer and a good crew is very tiny. No matter how much they charge, it's very tiny compared to the total income.
I guess I don't know. But anyway, what else? I was fence repairing today. I went to Lowe's to get fence boards. Had a snake in my basement. He finally got out, and then I plugged the hole where he was getting in and out. What else happened? Not much. Enjoying the weather. I love this weather.
What was it? The garden snake, black snake, what?
It was I have a ton of. Most people call them chicken snakes. They're just garden variety, plain old snake.
Don't tell my wife, she hates snakes.
Oh, these are good. They keep mice and rats down.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm not. See, every time she sees a mole hole in the ground, she thinks it's a snake hole.
Yeah, I saw a black racer one time. That's a snake that's in Tennessee. It's called a black racer, and they're called a racer for a good reason. They are fast. This guy was in front of my tractor, and he like flew through the grass to get out of my way.
Yeah, I've seen. We had one in our yard here a year or so ago. Yeah, you can't even keep up with them walking.
And they do have holes in the ground.
They may, but I haven't seen any here.
Well, anyway, lots of people on the net, so keep it moving. Keep her moving, as they say. W9BOQ.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Keep it moving. Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. That's Dennis in Castellan Springs. Excellent signal. Who else is north?
Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
Yeah, you hate to follow snake stories, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I don't have any good stories tonight. No, we did have a deer in our yard. And I guess the mama ate all the new flowers, so I went out and sprayed deer repellent on them. That stuff stinks. I wouldn't go near it.
What did they make deer repellent out of?
I don't know. Maybe coyote pee.
It might be. It might be. I think they make synthetic stuff out of that. For that was what I was remembering. It was like some kind of a predator urine smell.
Yeah, I tell you, you don't do it on a windy day.
Yeah, you're making me laugh. Yeah, that new dog we have. She's a dachshund. And it's unbelievable. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I've never had a dog who can break wind and clear a room so quickly.
Yep. Yeah, my sister had a beagle that took top honors in that category until my brother-in-law decided that if you light a match, it'll get rid of it. And poof, singed the hair on his eyebrow.
Yeah, that's awful. Anything else other than that that's not of a what do they call it? Scatological humor?
Nope, nothing for me. Have a good evening.
All right, Mark. We'll catch you later. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor. And by TAW, David and Madison.
Hold on, David, N5TAW. I think I heard. Is that Joel in there?
You got it.
Yeah, sometimes my memory doesn't fail me and I shock myself.
You're doing good, my friend. You remember very well. I'll tell you what, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I would love to be able to hire an assistant that, as soon as somebody comes on, they can look it up for me, if I don't remember. But I don't have that ability. I'm all alone here and the dogs won't do it for me.
No, that's for sure.
All right, everything going well for you over there in Ashland City?
Not too bad. Yeah, it's been mowing grass, and that's about it. Today, tried doing a little swimming, but it's a little bit too cold. I got a little tiny pool out there in the back I was trying to use, but I'm gonna tell you, I could not get used to it. So I was in there about 5 minutes, and that was about all I wanted. So I just started cutting grass after that. Warmed right up for sure.
Yeah, it's not warm enough hasn't been warm long enough for the lake, any kind of water to get warm.
Oh no, not at all. It was definitely kind of brutal, to be honest with you.
Well, where I grew up on the Great Lakes, in the height of summer, the Niagara River, would be about 73 degrees.
I remember we grew up when I was little on Lake Michigan. We could walk there, and we was in Milwaukee. And I remember later on in life, after I was about 12 to 13 years old, I remember everybody being out there looking like they're having the biggest time of their life. And I remember coming back to visit from Tennessee, and I jump into the lake, and I never felt so cold. I mean, it couldn't have been in the upper 40s. It like froze me to death.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I remember as a kid, you just get used to the fact when you jumped in the water in the early part of summer and the spring, it was cold, and you couldn't go in slow. You just dove in.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I did. I just jumped right in, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't get out fast enough. That was for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe it preserves you, makes you live long.
Yeah.
All right, that was Joel in the Ashland City area, just a little bit west of Ashland City, is it not?
Yeah, just a hair. I'm right between Ashland City and White Bluff, kind of.
Okay, very good. And that's Joel, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta, or excuse me, Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Yeah, very good. And he's just a little bit west of Ashland City. David, how are you doing in Madison?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Not a whole lot going on.
No. Well, you're working still.
Oh yeah, we got so much work. We're hiring people left and right.
Well, you saw that big project that they finally moved and bought that property over there in East Nashville on the east side of the river. Right?
What one was that?
That gosh, their name escaped me for the moment. That huge software company, Oracle, bought those 125 acres there on the east side of Nashville.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I don't keep up with it too much. Most of what we do is out of town, so I don't keep up with the local market too much.
Oh, I agree. I just can't help it when I see that, and they're going to be putting, over the next few years, they're going to be, I forget how many employees, 5,000 or 8,000 employees, and I forget how many hundreds of millions of dollars, billions. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we need. Thousands more people downtown. Same with the what is that? Was it Amazon? I can't remember who it was now. Amazon coming in down there. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people, and then the big demands for we need affordable housing. You go, yeah, good luck with that.
There's nothing being built in Davidson County that's affordable. It's all for people making pretty good money, especially closer into downtown again. But I was just down that way today. I don't even hardly recognize the place anymore.
Well, I'm told from some of the other hams I know in the area south, they've got realtors going door to door making offers on existing homes that don't even have for sales on them. Say, listen, I've got people interested in your home because you just can't get a home. You know, in other words, what you can buy in Smyrna or Laverne or Murfreesboro, you can't buy in Nashville.
Yeah, problem is, I know some people more in the Laverne, Smyrna, Murfreesboro areas that their house has really increased in value. The problem is, if you sell it, where are you going to go? Because you can't afford anything with the prices today, so you'd have to move 3 or 4 counties over or out of the area or something. You just can't afford to move anywhere else.
No, that's really the dilemma. You're right, and the worst of it is, even if you did sell it for what you got, and you could buy another one in, and I went through that in Tampa, and I didn't do it. You could sell your home, make a reasonably good profit, and then buy a brand new home because let's say I was in an older home at the time. And so what I realized, I was going to move from a 1/4 acre house to a 1/8 or less acre house, you know, and then I'm closer to the neighbors, and I pay twice as much taxes, and the house costs more.
Yeah, it's a vicious circle. Unless you're willing to move out in the sticks somewhere, that's about the only way you're going to make a profit these days.
But anyway, I'm not worried about it. I just know that I'm glad I'm not buying a house these days.
Yep, me too.
All right, well, that was David in Madison, November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey. Next Saturday is the breakfast, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Next Saturday is the breakfast here in Montana.
Oh, it's always on my calendar.
All right, very good. We look forward to seeing you. It's November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey, David in Madison. Who else is north or west?
4G.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
I'm okay. Paul, no one else, just kind of kick back, relaxing, and unwinding.
Yeah, well, you're still working 6 days, right?
Yes, I am. So, I'll be off next couple weeks after Monday. So, but other than that, just business as usual.
Yeah, you're getting too old to be working 6 days.
I know. I've got HR is my primary job, doing a retirement estimate for me to see what I will be getting. Because I can go now the whole time. I'm just seeing what I'm just kind of checking the numbers right now.
Well, good. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm getting tired. So I don't have to work 6 days. I don't have to work this little part-time job I do on Saturdays, but I do it just to be doing something to get out of the house.
I got you. Well, very good. Good to have you in there. And like I said, I hope that the retirement thing works out to your benefit very well. That's Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and that is Jeff, and he is in Madison as well. Who else is north or west? Hey, Chris. What's up?
Oh, not much. What are you doing, Paul?
My wife wanted to know what that joke was last night on about the Atlanta massage parlors.
I found it pretty humorous. Sorry, and obviously you're running the net. That's what you're doing. But yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. Got a little sun. Pretty tired now, and probably gonna crash early. But
yeah, well, it's been nice. The weather's actually, in spite of being a little warm, it's still nice. Unless you're standing out in the middle of the sun just cooking, because my dogs were, man, I took them for a walk today. They were all, their tongues are hanging down on the ground.
Yeah, it was warm out there.
Yeah, well, very good. I expect to hear Sarah, your partner in crime over there. You're gonna have to meet him. You got to promise to show up at the next breakfast.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him yet today. Anyway, that's Chris and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. And who else is west?
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
You heard it from the horse's mouth over there. He says he's going to show up at the breakfast.
Okay, well, I'm going to be there, Chris, so I'll be happy to meet you. Sounds like a plan.
So, everything going well for you, Jack?
Yeah, I worked out in the garden a bunch. I got tomatoes, green tomatoes. Can't wait to eat them. Nothing like a homegrown tomato.
Oh, yeah. What else you got besides tomatoes?
Oh, I got eggplant, I got squash, I got onions and garlic. I got a bunch of stuff.
Well, I'm hearing another station and they're really strong, but it's just a bunch of static. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned eggplant. We had eggplant. I think we had it because my next door neighbor had eggplant. I wasn't growing the eggplants. I had a garden, but I wasn't growing eggplant. And he had eggplants, so he gave us a few. And I was working with this guy on a construction project, and I wasn't too far from my house. And I said, "Hey, you come over and eat lunch with me, because I could run home and eat lunch." And we got home, and what my wife makes, she was making eggplant parmesan, and he had never seen that before. He had never eaten it before. He's like, "Eggplant?" And he told me afterwards, he goes, "Man, I can't believe you had eggplant for lunch." I go, "Well, I didn't know what I was having for lunch." She goes, "That's the first time I've had it. I liked it."
Well, yeah, it's nice. It's a good vegetable. I end up giving away more than I eat myself in the garden, so it's just fun. But yeah, it got pretty hot today, and I have to go out there in the morning and in the afternoon. The middle of the day is just too much for me.
You don't have any problem with rabbits or other animals?
Well, there was a huge deer standing there looking at it the other day, early in the morning, but he didn't seem to eat anything.
Yeah, well, I can, I see evidence the fact that deer are in my yard at night, because I see things disturbed, and it isn't rabbits who are disturbing, the small rocks that I have in one like a rock garden. So I know it's got to be bigger animals. So it has to be the deer, because I've seen deer in the yard before.
Well, it's interesting. I live 3 miles from right downtown, and we have all kinds of coyotes and deer and all this wildlife right here in suburbia.
Yeah, but as things keep going, they'll be driven out.
Well, thanks for doing the net, Paul, and keep it up. KG4 ILD.
Very good. That's Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg Antioch.
Hold on, Greg. I just ran out of ink here. Hold on. My pen went dead on me. Kilo, not the pen, it's the paper. Kilo Delta 4. That's Charlie Victor Echo. Isn't who I was talking to?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it. Hoping to make it to the air show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Did you pay the big fee, or are you going to watch it from outside?
I'm going to attempt to watch them outside. I've had issues there with their parking and getting out of there afterwards that almost ruins it for me. So I'm going to be a bad guy and try to be somewhere nearby. But
yeah, no big deal. I mean, I've done that myself on events like that, because they didn't have general admission, as you know.
That's what I understand, and I have a feeling it's going to rain anyway, just when it gets good.
Yeah, well, got to take the good with the bad on that kind of stuff. It is impressive, though, to watch an air show.
Yeah, my dad was a part-time air show performer and promoter in the Kentucky and Indiana area, so I've been to dozens of them and kind of grew up upside down in a plane.
Oh, that's cool. What did he fly? Was it a biplane?
Yeah, as far as the biplanes, Stearman was his favorite, and then of course the little pit special, just like an engine with ailerons.
Yeah, I got a kick out of. I only saw it once, and I saw it on the web, and I didn't know they had competition on those biplanes, where who could stop, land in the shortest distance and take off in the shortest distance. It cracked me up.
Yeah, STOL, yeah, and some of those are like 30 feet or something crazy.
I know it looks funny because you don't expect that to happen.
I have landed in under 100 feet, unfortunately with mud.
Oh, wow. That must have been a little tough.
Cleaning out the wheel wells was just brutal.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, well, very good. Well, good luck with the air show thing tomorrow.
Very good, thank you. KD4TV.
Yeah, that was Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo Greg in Antioch. Who else is, where was I? I think I was west. Anywhere, actually, at this point, west and anywhere.
W3JCH, Justin up in Galvin.
Hey, Justin, you sound great.
Why, thank you. You sound good as always.
Yeah, it's the Mutual Admiration Society.
Hey, copy that.
Yeah, no, it's good. Your station sounds great, though. I mean, you've been working hard at it.
Oh, I have, man. We've come a long way. I've gone from balcony to 17-foot stick about 50 feet above the house. So, yeah, we've come a long way.
Yeah, but it's very gratifying. I've found anyway when you get something decent up in the air and you can hear so many more things, and you can actually you get astounded how that you can talk to other states. You know, I mean, in good conditions.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I can actually talk into the Lynchburg from up here these days. So, yeah, it's a pretty good shot.
Oh yeah, no, it's and of course you're in a reasonably good location, so with your elevation, so yeah, it's fun. It makes it a lot more fun than when I think about how little I had when I started, and you didn't realize how much you don't. You know, it sounds like we're dumb, but it's true. You think you can get away with little and still get, and you don't. You can't. If you want to hear things, you got to have something outside, and it's got to be up in the air.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's how we do it. Spend the least amount of money as possible. But then we always figure out that, cheap is not always the best route.
No, not at all. Of course, we all some, and that's where I think we fit a niche here with Simplex, promoting that idea because I know when I first got into it, it was mostly the repeater stuff. There was some big repeaters where I lived in Tampa, in fact, lots of them, and that was kind of easy because it was a relatively flat terrain. And then one of the guys, one of the older hams said, "Well, I'm starting to Simplex net." I could barely hear the guy, and he was only 15 miles away.
That's exactly right. And the repeaters is fun. They've got their spot and ham radio, Simplex. I mean, I will give you that. It keeps you wanting to constantly improve.
Yeah, that's right. There's Justin in Gallatin, Whiskey 3 Juliet, Charlie Hotel. Another satisfied customer. Well, any place, anywhere, please come in.
KG4, I think. Tango Yankee Juliet.
Hey, James, and hold on one second. We had Kevin. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty good, Paul. I missed these. I don't know how. I must have come in the room late or something. I don't know how I did that, but I was sitting here listening, and I heard everybody pretty much, and just say good evening to the net. Well, how you been, and what's going on?
Yeah, as far as not coming in at the right time, we don't have any rules.
Well, I thought I was in there, but well, hell, I don't know what the heck I was doing, but I'm in here.
Sounds good. Yeah, you sound good.
Well, I appreciate it. You're sounding good as well. Everybody I've heard them all pretty much. So everybody sounded really good.
Fantastic. And everybody's healthy at the house?
Oh, well, you know it, man. Well, we got a couple of them out in Kentucky right now, and everybody here at the house as well. We're doing fairly good.
Good. I have to get you over to you. See if you can swing coming over to the breakfast this coming Saturday.
Is it this Saturday? Well, it's coming up because today's Saturday.
Yeah, no, it's next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday there at Courtney's, and I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know if Richard's going to be there, but I'm sure somebody from that side's coming this way.
Yeah, well, we'll see what's going on. I have to make plans because I don't know what's going on, and if I'm leaving over here or if I'm well, I really don't go too far, so more than likely I'll be here, but I got to make plans and leave and stuff.
Oh, I understand. I got to do the same thing, and I don't have any. It's just me and my wife, but I still got to ask her permission to do things.
All right, Richard. Yeah, I'll do that, Paul. Certainly. All right. Well, I'll get back to you. Did you say we was going to go to the 2 meter side here in a little bit?
Yeah, 2 meter upper side bin. Yes.
All right. Well, and I'll meet you around that way. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you over there. KG4, I think.
All righty, Kevin. That was Kevin. Kilo Go 4 Mike India Zulu long time net denizen here. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Golf for Mike, India Zulu. Jim, how you doing down? I'm going to be down in Woodbury tomorrow.
How are you? That'd be nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing well. We just got back from Crossville. It's been a busy, long day for us, for me anyways.
What, you just going to bike ride to Crossville?
I had to ride out there and get the back tire changed out. We got a trip next week, and they need a new back tire, so got that changed out.
Trying to weasel out of another breakfast?
Well, I'm not trying to, but the timing is horrendous.
No, well, yeah, it is. I know it. Your timing's been very bad recently. Well, you'll get over there. No, I'm going to the firing range tomorrow for qualifications for that enhanced handgun license.
You'll be well within maybe within a mile or two of my house, maybe less than that.
Yeah, you're just northeast of that range.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I looked it up. I wanted to see how close I was going to be to you, and I thought, depending upon how the timing went, I didn't know if you'd be home or not. But I just know that I'm going to be there after lunch tomorrow. I mean, because we had got the class in the morning and then the range in the afternoon.
Okay, well, let me know. Give me a call, on this frequency, and we shall see. Because wife and I have to run to the store tomorrow down to Murfreesboro. That's really the only thing on the agenda. So more likely we shall be here.
Sounds like a winner. Yeah, it might be muddy though at the range, so I'm not sure what I'm going to look like.
It's not bad at all. I went by it the other day. It's good. It hasn't rained out here. It dries out quickly.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Though. I didn't really look hard at the weather. I just heard mention of it.
Tomorrow evening, sir. Tomorrow evening. I think you're good.
Oh, very good. I'm not going to worry about it. Well, very good. That's Jim. He's in Woodbury, or near Woodbury, I should say. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else? And it's yeah. Well, I'll look forward to see if I can break free from that maybe early. I got flunk out around noon, and that's good to meet you. That was Jim. Who else is any place anywhere?
Kilo 4 Oscar Fox.
Hello, Donnie.
Just checking. Just turned the radio on, so I'm running a little late tonight, but at least I got in there.
Oh yeah, no, we just like I told Kevin just a few minutes ago. There's no rules.
Well, I want to make sure Kevin got in there for what I did.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're letting beauty go before age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. You doing okay?
Great. Can't complain.
Yeah, very good. All right, very good. That was Donnie in Hermitage, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar, over east of Percy Priest Lake. Who else? Any place anywhere?
M4JAV.
Kilo November 4 Charlie Quebec. Preston and Possum Trot.
All right, hold on, Preston. We had a double in there, but I heard Alan in Lebanon.
That was, I fixed to turn my power up.
No, I heard you fine. What are your power low?
15 watts.
Oh yeah, you're doing great. I wouldn't know the difference. It was nice clear signal.
All righty then. I'll let you carry on with it. M4JAV. I'll see you on upper side.
Yeah, really, your audio sounds great. That was N4 November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. I couldn't rebound right in there. It's Alan in Lebanon. I heard what did I hear? Preston, Charlie Quebec, and oh gosh, what's the first party? I know it's a 4 in there. What's preceded it? Whiskey 4 Charlie Quebec. I forget.
Kilo November. No novice. Over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's funny how I remember it when you tell me, but sometimes when you first start to write it down, you don't remember what it was. So how are you doing tonight, Preston?
Doing well, Bob. Just was in here at the right time. Thought I'd say hello to you in the net, and won't hold you up, sir. Hope everybody's doing well.
All right, very good. And you do a good job on that. You guys do a good job with that Rutherford Aries net. That's I think it's a good public service for that the whole area.
Yeah, roger that. It's hard to remember once a month, but we try.
Oh yeah, no, you guys do a good job. I mean, for a monthly net, it gets a good attendance.
Roger. Well, good evening to you, Paul, and everybody on the net. We'll catch you later. KM4CCQ.
Yeah, very good. That's Preston, Kilo November 4 Charlie Quebec, He is in Possum Trot. Who? Anybody else? Any place? Anywhere?
Kilo 5 Lima Whiskey Alpha.
All righty. Kilo 5 Lima Whiskey Alpha. I'm forgetting who that is. My apologies.
This is Tyler. I've been on night shift and I haven't been able to check into very many nets here lately, so you probably don't remember because it's been a couple weeks since I've been on the radio. How you doing tonight, Paul?
I'm doing great. So you do work night shift, though, huh?
Yeah, not typically, but we're working in the middle of the road up here in North Nashville near Jefferson Street and Cowan Street. We can't get permits to close the road at night. I mean during the day, so they got us on nights, and it's not fun.
Is that any part of that whole mess that's going on with that Oracle thing on the east side of the river there, north of Jefferson Street?
We're working across the street from that Oracle thing. We're putting a new gas line in. I work for Piedmont Natural Gas.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm guessing they're going to need a big gas line going in. Well, there's already industrial stuff in that property, so I guess I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're upgrading the line right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's a monster project from what I can envision. What they're doing.
Yeah, they got quite a bit of acreage out here. It's going to be a long-term ordeal. It seems like multi-billion-dollar project.
Yeah, it's nice to see that people are investing that kind of money, and it brings a lot of stuff in there. I mean, that requires a lot of support services, in the whole Nashville area.
Yep, it's growing fast enough that they're going to just keep building stuff and putting businesses in and creating jobs and bringing more tourists and more people settling here, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, more crappy traffic.
Yeah, Nashville will be touching Knoxville here in a couple of years.
I know it. Well, it's funny that it's going to eat up all the surrounding communities. I mean, as it is, it's not that there's a huge issue right now, but when you look at the traffic that goes between just even Lebanon and Nashville, here, it's amazing the amount of cars that come through Montreal.
Yeah, just look at how Mount Juliet's grown just in the last 8 or 10 years. I mean, you can find old pictures of Mount Juliet 10 years ago, and it's like down there near Providence and all that, it's just trees.
Yeah, I'm with you. I moved here 10 years ago, and I'm really, as I look back, I'm kind of shocked at how quiet it was 10 years ago. Yeah,
well, I don't have much else for the net. I don't want to hold all the traffic up. It was good hearing from you, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That was Tyler. He's in. Where are you, Tyler? I know that you've got the listing wrong in QRZ.
I live in Mount Juliet, but I just sold my house and I'm moving back to Louisiana, so this will be the last net that I check into. Actually, I'm leaving tonight. Leaving in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good trip and your family is taking the move well.
Yeah, had to get out of the big city and go back to the farm. I can't stand it up here. Too many people, too much traffic, just like we were talking about.
Well, that is one of the problems. You're right. It's a serious. It's great for business. It's great for employment. It's great for a lot of things. Great for you're trying to support a family, but it's not good for all the other crap.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'll let you carry on. K5LWA. Thank you, Paul.
Well, don't be a stranger. You're moving back to Jonesboro?
10-4.
Oh, very good. Yeah, Louisiana's a nice state. That's Kilo 5 Lima Whiskey Alpha last net. That was Tyler, and he's moving shortly back to Louisiana. Sorry to have you go there, Tom. That's Kilo 5 Lima Whiskey Alpha. Who else? Anybody else late checking? Anybody else checking in? Any place, anywhere? Before we move on. Well, very good. That was 34 check-ins. We seem to be hanging around the mid-30s here this last few minutes. Not that it's a critical issue. Whoever shows up is fine. And it gets a little long here sometimes, but glad to have everybody in there. We're going to move over to the Scott, are you in there for your buy-sell swap and swindle? Did you want to mention that on the air?
Sure. If you want, tell you what, did you get my email?
Probably. Listen, I can barely. They talk about doing two things at once. I can't even do one thing at once. I'm sure. Yeah. There you go. I see it. I got it.
Yeah, if you just want to read that off, that way I don't have to repeat it. How's that?
Oh, it sounds great. He has a Isotron 80-meter HF antenna, and if anybody knows what those Isotrons are, I know what they are. It's at $90. He's got an Isotron 40-meter HF antenna for $90, and you can link them together or run those separately. And he even has a connecting ladder line for that. You purchase them both at the same time. You can get them both for $150, local pickup only, and that's in Laverne. And Yeah, free local pickup. It says cash, PayPal, or what is Venmo mean?
That's another form of payment.
I thought it was, but I'm unfamiliar with it. It just sounded familiar. Anyway, and Scott, your email is good on QRZ?
Yes, also I have that push-up pole on there. Did that go?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I skipped over that. There's a 40-foot telescopic pole that's also available. And it's stuck at 25 feet, and it probably can be loosened up. So I guess you could carry that home, a 25-foot pole. It's not going to fit on the car.
A couple of trucks have that.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, if you're interested, that's Scott, and his call is Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Or you want to give the phone over the air?
I'm sorry, we doubled.
You want me to get the phone over the air?
Sure, that's fine. And that is free.
Oh, the 40-foot pole. Oh, it doesn't say free. It's free and local pickup. As long as you come and pick it up, I got you. Very good for that 40-foot push-up pole. And that's Scott. You can reach him at 615-337-2608, or you can his call is his email's good on QRZ as well. Anybody else? Well, we're going to skip that. We're going to move right to the. If you got something to sell, post it to the email site. Post it. It goes out, and you'll see this posted here a little later. Let's see. Who else is not who else, but we're going to 144-240 upper sideband. So we're going to move there now. We'll catch you. All righty, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144-240, starting from wherever I was, starting from the south. Please come on. All right, I got you in there, Scott. Sound good. You sound a little off frequency, or were you just muffled there? Say that again. Yeah, you seem a little low, so something's amiss there. And I'm right on the money on my machine. I presume I'm correct. Let's move on to see if other people sound the same to you and me. That was Scott and Laverne, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is south? Anybody else south? Please come in. Whoever that is, I can't hear you. It sounds like you're off frequency, or I'm not sure what.
Probably on FM.
Yeah, you need to be on 144-240 upper sideband. Anyway, south or east?
M4JAV.
There you go. Were you copying that other station at all?
No.
Oh, okay, very good. You would have had that antenna up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very good. That's Allen and Lebanon. November 4, Juliet, Victor Alpha. Who else is the east, south or east?
Go ahead, KT4MIZ.
Hey, you sound great there, Kevin.
Well, appreciate it. You sounding good yourself there, Paul.
Yeah, it's Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. You must be using that screen door beam you built.
No, not today.
Very good. Again, Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu, Kevin and Lebanon. Who else is west or south?
TAW David and Madison.
You sound real clear there, David. You sound good.
Thank you.
Very good. It's November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey, David in Lebanon. Who else? I mean, excuse me, in Madison. Who else is south or east? South or east? Southeast or west? No, southeast or north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Very good. We got Frank in northeast, northwest Wilson, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north or east?
Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec.
Do I sound on frequency tonight there, Dennis?
You and I are 10 hertz off. I was messing around with it, so I haven't checked this one in a while, but 10 hertz is nothing. You don't sound that much off when I have you at 0. So, but you sound most normal when I'm plus 10, but it's really minute.
Well, yeah, 10 hertz is a little kind of tiny, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Anyway, you sound good here. Let me give you a signal report.
All right, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey.
Topping on at S8, S7 mostly.
Very good. And you're about the same here.
All right. Thank you. W9BOQ.
Yeah, I was wrong. It's really bouncing up. It's bouncing and hitting S9 to me.
Yeah, same with you. You're real close.
All right, very good. That was Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec in Castellian Springs. That's Dennis. Who else is north? Southeast or north?
Hey, by the way, you're vertical, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm horizontal. So, anyway, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you can't even, I wouldn't even be able to guess that, really. Wait a minute. We're on 6 meters. I'm horizontal. My mistake. I am horizontal. I forgot which band I was on.
We're at 2 meters.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really lost it on that one, didn't I? I'm vertical.
You make me laugh. You got a lot on your plate, and I understand where that comes from and how that happens because I can't even write down 4 letters when somebody says their call sign. So you're good.
No, I know. Hey, listen, it's like this with a lot of things. You end up, it doesn't matter after a while if you embarrass yourself. You just laugh. I mean, you have to laugh at yourself because you can't do everything perfectly.
All good, Paul. You do great.
All right, very good. That was Dennis, Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec in Castellian Springs. Who else? Anybody in south, east, or north? All right, on to the west.
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg Antioch.
All right, got you in there, Greg. You sound good. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Or anywhere?
6-8, Kristen Dawson.
Oh, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Chris in Donaldson. Sound good. I expect to hear Jack next.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. You must be psychic.
I don't think so. It's just that you're the Donaldson twins. It sounds like a circus act or something.
Yeah, we must be.
Very good. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. That's Jack in Donaldson. Anybody else west?
KO4 DTZ. Can anybody out there hear me?
We can hear you fine, Johnny. How you doing? Johnny, you copying me? K4PEW?
Hey, John, we can hear you. Okay, I'm not hearing y'all very well because my antenna is 6 feet off the ground. All right, appreciate you picking me up, KO4 DTC.
Yeah, he's in his new apartment with a limited antenna, but I'm copying him pretty good actually for what he's got.
Me too.
Yeah, very good. Who else is anywhere, any place? Please come down. North, south, east, or west? All righty, well, stuck with 11. We're going to move right over to the 6 meter portion on 50.135. We'll see you then. K4PEW.
Jump in 206, clear drop.
All righty, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey looking for check-ins on 50.135. Please come down. From the where am I? From the south, we're starting. Please come down.
Kilo 4 Oscar Fox.
All right, got you in there. You sound good, Donnie. You're on your horizontal?
Yeah, horizontal.
Yep, sound good. That's Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar, and Hermitage. Who else is south? All righty, over to the east. Anybody east?
Okay, K4 MIZ.
Yeah, we're a little slow on that one, Kevin.
Yeah, I figured there was somebody else going to be coming in there, so I was going to go ahead and let them go.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you don't want to double right off the bat. You sound good there. There was Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. Who else is east? Over to the north.
Kilo Bravo 9.
All right, got you in there, Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who else is north? Anybody north? All right, over to the west.
Sorry, north, W9BOQ.
All right. You don't have to apologize. No big deal. That's Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. Dennis and Castellian Springs again. And you are horizontal. I'm sorry, you are horizontal on the 6 meters now?
Yeah, my 6 meter Yagi is on the ground right now. I took it down. So I'm on my loop right now.
Ah, okay, your regular wire loop out there?
Yeah, and I when 6 was open, I discovered that it worked as good as my Yagi when people are much farther away. So it's got must have a really low takeoff angle. But anyway, it does work for meters. It does work very good for local stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. That was Dennis and Castellian Springs, Whiskey 9, Bravo, Oscar, Quebec. Who else is wherever I was, north?
WB0.
All right, Mark got you in there. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, Oscar. And, oh, yeah. Who else is north? And over to the west then.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, got you in there, Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. You still sound a little off, like you're low.
Well, I think it's my leaves in the neighborhood. I'm surprised I've even got this much of a signal. But also, I'm horizontal.
Oh, right. Yeah, you do fine though. I mean, there's no problem copying. Anyway, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack in Donaldson. Who else is west or anywhere?
Kilo Golf 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch, horizontal.
All righty, Greg's horizontal. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who was the other party in there?
Bravo 5, Echo, Charlie Victor.
Oh, okay, very. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Are you horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Okay, very good. Kilo Bravo 5. Hold on one second. Let me write that down. I had when there's a double or a triple in there, I get all confused. Yeah, that is interesting. What kind of antenna are you using, Larry, in Murfreesboro?
And just a Ringo Ranger, about 30 feet, Ringo Ranger. You're very muffled on 2 meters. I don't know what was going on, but it's the rig problem. What?
Yeah, no. So you're the Ringo Ranger on a 6 meters. So I don't remember you telling me that before, but that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not really doing much. I'm not really impressed with it.
Yeah, I don't have any experience with those. I've heard people complain, but I've also seen good results with those too.
Yeah, I haven't had much luck with it at all. And just playing with it here, you go from S9 on 144 megahertz to Q5 for me here on 6 meters. But I don't know, you might be horizontal and probably everybody else is horizontal, but of course I was hoping we had a bunch of 6 meter repeaters here, but there are none.
Somebody tells me they're going to be putting one in here in my Juliet.
Well, I hope I can get into it. That was one of my faves where the 6 meter repeaters there in eastern Tennessee, because they had them on balance, and I could pick them up for a couple hundred miles or more.
Oh, wow, yeah. All right, well, very good. That's Larry in Murfreesboro, Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Is there anybody else east or anywhere,
KG4 DXC, Chris Adult.
How are you copying people tonight there, Chris?
So far, so good.
Okay, very good. That was Chris and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray. Yeah, it's not Charlie. Say that again. Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is anywhere, anyplace?
Contact from home.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's that?
Yeah, contact. I was going to tell Larry down in Murfreesboro, you coming in super strong up here, and I'm just 5 miles south of Paul. But you got a good strong signal in here, and I'll do the perfect. Well, I appreciate it. You're only Q5 on me, so I don't know if it's the antenna or if I got rig problems or what. Yeah, I thought you might like to know.
Yeah, what was your, go ahead. Larry, give me just your call again. Let me look at the screen on that again.
Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victoria.
Yeah, you see, you're readable. It's slightly low audio, but it's very readable, and you're about an S1. So I don't know what the whole story is, because here I am up in Mount Juliet, and here's and only 5-6 miles south of me. Donnie's hearing you much better than I am, from what he says.
Yeah. Well, I mean, something's going on. I'll have to figure it out. And then I need to figure out why, now that I got a second antenna, why you were so muffled and I couldn't understand you on 2 meter typing.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't understand that at all, because everyone else sounded pretty good to me on Sideman.
Yeah, I had a problem with this rig many years ago where all the sideband had went out, and I ended up sending it back to the factory, and they had to replace some. They had to replace some components, and they sent it back. Cost me about $300 plus shipping. And but sideband on every other band is working, but for reasons unknown, 2 meters, it was completely garbled. So, but you were the only person I heard. I never heard anybody else.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it almost sounds like it's a rig problem, doesn't it?
And that's all I need, because I'm definitely not in the market right now to buy another one.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Well, very good. I think that anybody else, any place, anywhere, please come in. All righty, we had a grand total of 10 there on 6 meters. And unless somebody wants to check in, I'm going to close out the net here. It's an hour and 31 minutes into the net again.
Hey, where was Mike today?
I don't know. He was noticeably absent, wasn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, just wondering.
Hey, where was Earl?
Say what?
Where was Earl at?
Earl? I haven't heard Earl in a few days. I'm going to have to bug him. All right. Well, I'm going to close out the net. I'll catch you guys later. K4PW.
W9BLQ, US1.